determined that
Chief
we
Blackwell
have
is
a
speaking now.
deceased male in the facility, in the building.
Is it Brogan Dulle?
We believe so. We have the coroner here, and we are, obviously she is going to speak to that, but we are pretty certain, or we would not be here talking to you, that it is Brogan Dulle.
Does it appear suspicious?
At this point, obviously he's been missing for 7 days, so we think it appears at this point, emphasis on it appears right now to be self-inflicted.
Why now? I know searchers have been looking all week, canvassing Clifton, everywhere, surrounding areas, and why today, after they've looked everywhere, that he's just been found in this building next door?
Absolutely.
Did they miss something?
Absolutely, very fair question. What we believe happened, the building has been secure, and we had a person come to the building today, so we certainly have searched the exterior of this building extensively. That needs to be duly noted, that we have walked around the perimeter of this facility. We have not seen any sight of him, and nor have any of the searchers, the search party, the external search party. However, upon going inside into the building, we did discover
I think it would have been. I think it would have been a difficult place for somebody to discover him without actually being inside the building where he was found. So, perimeter-wise, I don't think you would have seen any indication that somebody was in the building.
Doctor, what are you seeing? I know it's early. You have a lot of work to do, but what can you tell us as to a manner of death?
I agree with the chief that right now we don't have any evidence of suspicious activity or anything to indicate that it may be a homicide, but we won't be ruling that out just yet. We have a lot of work to do, as you said. We're looking at all the circumstances. The lighting isn't very good in the building right now, so we really have to get the deceased back to our office and take a look and see if we can get some more information.
Was the building estimate of how long he might have been in the building before you found him?
I can speak to the building. The building is vacant. It's being rehabbed at the current time, and the landowner or landlord came to the building today and noticed a suspicious occurrence, which prompted the call to us shortly after 9 p.m. And we responded and immediately were able to determine that we had a deceased male in the building that appears to be from a self-inflicted act.
What part of the building was this in, you said?
We don't want to talk about any of that. We can just leave it at the fact that it was in the building. I do want to say that we are very appreciative of not only our internal people that worked on this for 7 days, but there have been literally thousands of individuals throughout the greater Cincinnati area and throughout the nation who have been canvassing and holding out hope and actively searching for this individual, and we do want to thank them for their efforts.
Chief, you mentioned self-inflicted. What evidence or what points in that direction?
Well, we can affirmatively say that at this point, but we don't want to talk about specifics at this juncture. And I'm sure the coroner would echo that.
What about a note? Was there a note or any kind of message?
We don't have any indication of any of that at this point. We wanted to come and brief you because we knew this was something that you would want to know about, but we don't want to go into detail about any of those issues at this point.
I think it's too early to go into a lot of the detail just yet. I mean, the circumstances under which we found him and manner and the cause of death, those are all things that we will be discussing later. And we'll keep you apprised of any additional information.
Has he been in the building long?
It would be commensurate with the time that he'd been missing.
Has the family been notified?
Family has been notified.
The family has been notified. We would.
Okay, Rob, there you have it.
Chief, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I don't think I've met in person.
After Brogan Dulle being missing for over a week, you have just been listening to a news conference with Police Chief Jeffrey Blackwell and the coroner Lakshmi Samarko. They say they believe the body they have found in the building next door to where Brogan Dulle lived was Brogan Dulle. They believe that, and they believe his death appears to have been self-inflicted.
They also say at this point that it is too early to give a whole lot of detail about the circumstances in which they found him and the manner of death at this point. but they also pointed out that they have in fact notified the family. They tell us that this building was locked, and that's why all of the searches were perimeter searches around the outside of the building. It was only when someone who had access to the building got in that they called them around 9 o'clock this evening. Police responded, and things unfolded as you have just heard from Cincinnati Police Chief Jeffrey Blackwell and Lakshmi Samarko, the Hamilton County coroner.
So it appears to be a sad end to the search for Brogan Dulle, but answers finally for the family.